Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is going to be about my squat. I have recently put on quite a bit of weight onto my squat, and so I wanted to share some of the things that I've learned that I think have helped me get to 155 kgs. I'm going to be splitting this video up into two parts, so I'm going to be taking you along for a training session with a couple of my coaches at my gym, and also a solo training session on my own, and some of my takeaways during that training session. Let's go. I'm off for a training session with Thomas and Tyra. They are a couple of the PTs at my studio, and we're gonna have a little train together. I'm gonna go and pick up some food, and then we are going to do some squats and bench today. I have some tempo work today. It's not super heavy or anything, but it's quite high volume. Increased my training to 5 days. I used to do that in the past, and then I reduced down to 4 days maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, and then I've decided to bump it up to 5 for this block. I wanted to increase to 5 because I wanted to get more volume in and see if I can build a little bit more size, increase my work capacity, just try and maximize on this building phase as well.
What up team? What up team? My name is Thomas, aka Mahido.
Hello, I'm Tyra. Train with Tyra.
I'm Daniel, the Man McKenna.
What's in there?
Nothing.
Oh.
It's about to be pre-workout.
No, you need to have a dry scoop. Dry scoop or no? Or no. Dry scoop. It has to be dry scoop.
Scoop or no?
Oh no. No, not sharing unless you dry scoop. Shell.
That's 300 mg to the max. The mg stands for more gains. 3 minutes?
Have you tried some? There's Tyra in the background. We're not the main characters here. Ding! Ding! Alright, the stance, Tyra. Dry scoop stance.
It tastes like something I know.
That's like a hubba bubba.
Yeah, that's what it was. I had that before. Oh. We're out here smashing the NAU coach gym session together.
She's crashing out in the reception. Oh no, she's not. Tell us.
Training for Oceana.
And how are you feeling?
So good.
She's crashing
I love
out.
squats.
Come on! I'm training squats and bench. What do you think of my shoes?
I like them. Why are they not Velcro? Oh, they do.
What do you guys think of my shoes? Honest review. What the hell? What the hell?
Is the socks combo too? Are they sort of like, they're like remind me of like a retired fella, old fella.
It looks like you sprained both your ankles. And like, you know, the moon boot but the mini version.
Come on! Push it up! Nice work. Joel's gonna try the salt.
Long pause bench. 130 for 4. Hopefully. Oh no, that's how it looks weird. Stay authentic.
I look crazy. Probably been my most successful training program since I was wrapped. It's my biggest progress that I've seen that I've made. My comp that I did before my endo surgery, which was only a few days before, I squatted 145 kilos. A couple weeks ago, I squatted 155 kgs. This was in a short period of time. This is like half a year, but I managed 10 kilos on my squat. And here are some of the things that I think helped me. So the first thing that I think helped my squat was changing a little bit of my technique. Things that I worked on was my breathing and bracing. So I went and saw Kelly, who is a coach in Brisbane. I'll attach her handle. And I paid for a session with her, a one-off, while I was over there, to have a look at my squat, because it was the lift that I was feeling the least confident with, and I felt like I needed a little bit of support with it. So some things that she helped me with was she taught me how to breathe and brace differently. So she helped me work on minimizing any unnecessary movement in my bracing, focusing on driving my back up into the bar, and then rather than clamping down, focusing on driving out through my sides. And that actually made a massive difference. In my session with her, we adjusted how I unracked the bar. We changed my stance to be feet hip width apart, which I think helped me also. Favorite hack is getting your foundation and mixing it with the road glazing milk. It just feels way lighter. The thing that I changed was my frequency, getting my frequency right, and overall squat volume. It would be great if I could squat 3 times a week, but that was just not working for me, and I wasn't able to sustain that long term. I've been squatting twice a week, but then I'll also chuck in a safety bar squat for a 3rd day, or some sort of squat variation, leg press, some sort of lunge variation, to focus on that movement pattern. And yeah, focusing on variations that are going to not load my shoulder, because what I found was my shoulder would get super loaded and get sore. My shoulder would get super sore. So I needed to find the right volume for me. It's so individual. Using those methods of variations has been very helpful in increasing my total volume whilst obviously staying injury free, which is my main goal. I also have taken into this prep that I learned from my last coach that I had leading up into my comp before my surgery, was utilizing tests throughout your programming block. So not necessarily like maxing out or anything, but utilizing like 5 rep maxes, 3 rep maxes, singles at an RPE 8 or 9, sprinkling those throughout your program. I felt like it not only built data to support what I was going to plan for my meet days, but also just them to build belief. If I'm hitting 3 reps at XYZ and I know that that estimates my 1 rep max at a certain load, then it just builds that extra belief. But not only that, is I actually think that utilizing little mini tests throughout your block, not actually, it helps you perform under pressure, putting yourself in the same scenario as like a testing day, but on a semi-regular basis. And it kind of builds normality into that, those like heavier loads, like some familiarity maybe into those heavier loads. But I feel like having those little tests actually conditioned my mind or nervous system to feel a little bit more relaxed when it comes to testing those heavier weights as well. I almost would say that they're little micro wins that you can stack up across the block, which build that belief in yourself that you are capable and you can do something. I really love almost like a power building style of training. Like, I personally don't bring in SBD days until I'm coming up to a comp. Personally, I like to work off what I know is going to be effective, but also what I enjoy. Like, if I'm not enjoying something, I'm not going to be able to sustain it long term. Ironically, for a powerlifter, don't enjoy SBD days, and this was something I was doing a lot of. I think I was doing 2 SBD days prior to my surgery, and I just wasn't enjoying it. So we're coming back to a style of training that I enjoy, I know I'm going to put a lot more effort into it. If I am enjoying it and I'm pushing myself, then I know I'm going to get a better outcome out of that training, and therefore it is going to end up being more effective for me in the long term. I also try to incorporate variations as well for certain sticking points, so positioning or struggling out of the hole, something I wanted to work on, and so I put more things in my program like 1 1/4 squats, pause squats, pin squats, things that were going to help build confidence and positioning out of the hole for me. This isn't something that's like technical or programming, but I've always been a real solo trainer. I've always been someone that trains by myself, and I have probably in this last prep just started utilizing the people around me to support me. So having side spotters and support from other members of the gym, just having their support, encouragement, energy, and also like when I did my little mini testing for my squat, I knew I could get at least 150. I planned it in, but when I was completing that testing, having the members affirming to me, no, that looked really good, I reckon you could chuck on another 5, was really helpful to me, because I feel like sometimes we can get in our own heads about what numbers we should be loading on the bar, and so having a second opinion or someone reaffirming the RPE or what they thought of the lift is really helpful as well. Okay, so I am off to the gym. I am going to train squats because obviously this is a squat video. So pre-workout that I am using today, I am going to be using Ghost Legend. This is my all-time favorite for years. So we're gonna chuck that in there. I may have made that lunch in like, it may be boring, but I literally made that in like 2 minutes. So I've been enjoying is just having honey intra-workouts. Hi! I'm working up to 142.5, which is 2.5 kgs less than what I did at my last comp at Nationals. But I have done that since I've done 5 reps of it, so it shouldn't be too hard. Been doing the bumper plates just because it's a nice change from the calibrated plates that I've been using for months in the lead up to Nationals, and I'm kind of just having a bit of fun with my training. 142.5 for our top set. For you to work on your technique and solidify the habit, because it really takes practice. Yeah, I think with my squat and my bench, I used to make up a whole lot of excuses about why I didn't like them and why they weren't as good as my deadlifts, and it just didn't make it enjoyable thinking that way. I was just making a lot of excuses, and then I wouldn't want to program as much volume because I wasn't enjoying it, and I kind of just had to accept the fact that these are a part of my total. I need to put some extra effort into those lifts to build them up, because they have the greatest growing potential, because they're not as further along as my deadlift. So accepting that and actually deciding, okay, I'm going to build a total, not just become a specialist in one lift, put more emphasis on enjoying the process rather than the result. And that's made a huge difference. Like just enjoying the art of progressing, and if there's problems with each lift, then finding enjoyment in the problem solving of that. Like, I think the whole point of like coaching or lifting is actually enjoying the challenge of solving problems. It's almost like a puzzle. So that's actually really exciting, and I've just been reframing it. I've just finished up my squats and I'm going to go and do my bench and my accessories. So I'm going to leave this video there. But if you enjoyed this video and you want more training videos like this, then please leave a comment and subscribe to my channel.